Hola, ¿cómo estás? Power 98.3, 96.1 for the East Valley, Tino, Milli, and Mike. Radical Reptile Fun and the Phoenix Reptile Expo, correct?
Yep.
I got it, y'all. First time. Bam. All right, so first of all, thanks for coming.
Absolutely.
I am deathly afraid, to be honest with you. I'm not. He has a 100-pound snake here.
Yes.
We'll get to that in a second. But where are we starting? What's going on, first of all? You brought some friends.
Yes.
Okay.
So I got a few reptiles here. We do bring them to birthdays and stuff like that, and they will actually be at the Phoenix Reptile Expo, which is Saturday and Sunday this weekend.
Yeah, it's going on this weekend.
Yep. I'll start you guys off small. Do you guys want to see some small ones first?
Okay.
All right. I'll be nice, and I'll give you guys a small...
Oh, man.
Awesome!
So...
Is it heavy?
Yeah.
Don't drop it,
So you can pet him. His name is Mozart. He's an African spur tortoise.
Does he bite like?
No, he's not like the snapping turtles. These guys are actually herbivores, so they like to eat lots of grass and hay, which is in this
looks so
box.
mean.
I used to have an aunt that would turtle race. She had like a little turtle like this big, and she like legit made a little business out of it for a few years. It was funny.
Yeah, we actually had them go into a race to be a Super Bowl predictor once. So,
Oh, wow.
It's not heavy. I can grab it from the
go
side.
for it. Just hold them over the box because these guys actually can eat a lot of food, and that makes them go to the bathroom a lot too.
Oh, yeah.
So
he'll poop.
Possibly. I hope not. I tried not to feed them too much before we came over.
It
But
really has that effect on me.
yeah. But they do get really large. He actually gets about as big as that gray box back
It's
there.
kinda heavy.
So he's
Oh, really?
pretty large, yeah. But he's a sweetheart. They like to eat vegetables, lots of grass and hay. We feed him a lot of this Timothy hay.
How old is he?
Mozart is only about 4 years old, so he's still quite young.
He's a baby.
Oh, man.
They got the name spur tortoise because of the spurs on their feet here.
Mm-hmm.
They're not the largest tortoise.
I can touch those?
Yeah. They're not the largest. The largest is the Galapagos tortoise.
Oh, man.
He's camera ready.
I'm not touching his head.
Touch his head.
No.
Touch his head.
He moved!
I like them because
That
they
is
do
so
a little
cute.
head bobs.
He's
like
like,
they're
"What's
saying,
up,
what's up?
dude?"
Yeah.
Tell the camera what's up. There's a little bug on him.
That's okay.
Dude.
I was just thinking that.
It's like I'm finding Nemo.
So crazy. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's Mozart. He's our African spur tortoise, and this is not where they live. This is just what we call their car seats. I have a small...
Yeah, someone's emailing right now. Why do they live in boxes?
No. So I have another one here. You'll see a lot of these at the actual Reptile Expo.
Oh my
These
god.
guys
no,
actually
no.
make great pets. You want them on your shoulder?
Sure.
All right, cool.
I'm scared of it.
So this here is Echo. Echo is a bearded dragon.
He's not gonna lick me. He's not gonna bite me, right?
Just hang out with you. So bearded dragons, they're from Australia as well. Part of the Agama family. A lot of people mix them up with horny toads. These it's basically like the horny toads of Australia.
And way bigger.
And way bigger, yes, a lot bigger. They're really good pets. I mean, this is what they'll do. They'll just hang out with you.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, and you can get them at the reptile show this weekend.
He's way too
There's a
close
lot
to
of
my
kits for people to get for a great first-time pet. If you ever want a lizard as a
I was
first-time
going to say, are
pet,
they hard to take care of or not at all?
super easy to take care of. Their diet is omnivorous, so they like to eat like crickets, bugs, and then lots of vegetables and
We'd
like
get along
lettuce.
just great. Then I like vegetables.
And crickets.
Yeah, and chocolate covered.
Yeah.
Yeah, my fave.
But yeah, so but this is about generally as large as they get. A couple can get a little bit fatter, bigger, but this is
They don't
actually
bite?
nice size. No, I mean any animal can bite. They only bite to eat.
This why he's
Or,
on my shoulder.
they only
Stop
bite
moving.
to eat or defend themselves. They actually don't really. They don't really want to bite you unless they really have to. You wouldn't want to touch like an animal out in the wild because those ones you might be the first person that it ever came across.
Right,
You don't
right.
want to touch something like that in the wild. But these guys, they've been around thousands upon thousands of people. They know people are not a threat, so they just hang out with you all day.
I was saying, because like, you know how you have like a dog at home or whatever, and you're just hanging out. I wonder like if you could just have this like on your chest at home, pet.
Yeah,
picture.
absolutely. Some of ours will sit on and watch TV with us and stuff like that. So
That's awesome.
yeah.
Oh, he's kind of cute.
You want to try?
I don't want to. I'll pet him.
Can I hold it?
Yeah, absolutely.
How do I? What's the proper?
Hold
way?
your hands flat.
Oh my god.
Little feet.
They get the name bearded dragon because they actually have a beard underneath them. When they're really upset, they'll actually make their beards come out. As you can see, she's very calm. Her colors are nice and flared up right now.
It's crazy.
She's like, try me.
Awesome.
Yeah. They are only called dragons because of the spikes on them, but they don't fly or breathe
How do you know
fire.
if it's a girl or a boy?
That's such a great question. It's a little difficult to tell on lizards until they start to get a little bit larger, but there's certain pores that males have on their legs, and then girls really don't have as prominent of those pores. Also, you can tell by usually just looking at indentations and stuff like that. Found out she was a girl. We thought she came to us as a boy, but we got that tested and it was a girl. That
What
happens
happened
to a
to
few
her
of our-
finger?
She only has one nail, or
Oh
she's
my
missing
God.
one nail. She is missing one nail. She came that way. It's okay.
Oh
Poor
man.
thing.
She had that when she came.
Yes.
She needs a mani-patty.
Yes.
Pedicure.
Milli always missing a nail too, so.
That's little Echo there.
Echo.
I like that.
And then
It's only gonna get scarier from here.
yeah, that's basically what's about to happen. So we'll come back here to this gray box back here. He's probably asleep. But we'll get him up. Oh, wait.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man, you just pick him up like
Oh my
that.
gosh.
Whoa.
His tongue was out.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
So this here is George.
Hey,
Now George is called a monitor lizard. He's an Argus monitor lizard. We gave him the name George because of after Curious George. George is really good at escaping.
How did he not escape this?
I actually strapped the
Closed.
box down. He does know how to actually pop out of the box. The first time he popped out of the box, we were actually on the freeway, and he
See?
he was
my
looking
God.
out the window at people. And so since then, normally he comes in the big black box, but we have something different in there this time. But yeah, he's sweet. Feel free to touch him now. If you want to, hey. Now, if you want to, feel free to hold his tail there. And I give it a little bit of a
tongue is so
squeeze.
long,
Right,
dude.
buddy?
His squeeze.
Now, if you
God.
feel how hard it is, they can actually use their tails as like a defense. They can actually whip their tails.
Yeah, this thing is hard.
Yeah, you don't want to be on the
That's
business
amazing.
end of that.
Touch his
Wow,
tail.
I'm on the business end right now. No. He's like he's got it ready to go.
Now, what's really cool about monitor lizards is they're actually a venomous species of lizard. And you're
my
probably like, why are you holding it?
Yeah.
Well, it's because of the type of venom that they have. So it's not like a venom of like a rattlesnake or things like that. The venom that they have is called an anticoagulant venom. So what they do is when they bite, you'll see that you bleed a lot, and that's just because your blood can't coagulate or like make a scab. A lot of people say that they have bacteria-filled mouths. They don't really have bacteria-filled mouths. They have this light venom that just makes you bleed out, but you can't really heal up afterwards.
He's looking at me.
A lot of people, like when you get a cut, you usually go to the sink and you wash it off, like your arm, or wash the blood out. Well, animals do the same thing. They'll jump into like a pond or something like that, and in those ponds there's tons of bacteria, and that's where the bacteria is coming from. And these lizards will then go in and circle that prey item and start to wait for it to get really sick. They can track food using their tongues. A lot of people say that these guys smell with their tongues. If you notice right in the front of his nose there, he does have a nose. He smells with his nose. He's actually tasting with his tongue. He's catching little particles, and snakes and lizards can use an organ called the Jacobson's organ to actually sense those particles out and help them to track food.
How's he so calm? Like what makes him feel threatened?
A lot of work. Monitor lizards, it can be very tough. You'll definitely see monitor lizards at the Phoenix Reptile Expo. They take a certain type of person to actually own. You have to be very committed to actually owning a lizard like this because they do get large. If you're not going in and instantly handling them and being with them, they can get very aggressive. George is very territorial, so I can't really go into his enclosure all that often. We really have to tempt him out of his enclosure. They're very smart. And because they're so large, you have to have a very large enclosure for them and very high heat for them as well. Yeah. Want to try it? Pet him?
I'll pet him, yeah.
There you go.
I'm not holding nothing.
You want a kiss by him?
Oh no no no.
Oh my God.
Stop.
Do it.
No.
He'll give you a kiss.
What? He moved. Let him kiss your hand.
He's just gonna like.
Yep, and you're just going to flick his tongue right
He's
on.
not gonna bite me.
Nope.
Oh my god. It's the most action she's had in years.
So pretty cool.
That is awesome.
Now I'll bring out your big guy here. You can come back in there. Thanks, buddy.
I know you're not supposed to have gum while you film, but I have it because I'm nervous, so that's my...
Help me out with this one because it is really large here. Oh, she's red.
Oh my gosh.
No.
She's pretty. She matches us. Oh my
Bro.
gosh. Shut up. Stop. Okay. Oh my gosh.
Oh, dude.
Oh my gosh.
Ah.
It feels slimy. Oh my gosh. Oh
This here's Hopal. Hopal's a Burmese Python.
Never felt a snake before.
She's 14 feet. She weighs about 100 pounds. So she's pretty heavy. She's only 5 years old, so she's actually still just a baby.
That's a baby?
Yeah, semi-adult now, but she.
Oh my
if you think
gosh.
about a baby being 5, I mean, she's pretty big for a 5-year-old. These snakes, they do get big quickly. This is not her full length. At full length, she'll be about 18 to 20 feet long and weighing close to about 200 to 250 pounds. So,
What keeps her from just biting you right now?
again, she's super used to people. She really likes people. She doesn't mind people. She knows who I am.
You don't know who I am.
Yeah, and that's why she's coming over to sense you out with her tongue there, just trying to figure out, hey, who are you? Exactly. If you want to, I can wrap around you.
I like low-key want to, but I'm kind of scared.
Yeah, she's a sweetheart. Now,
Okay,
even though
okay,
you
you
hear
can
a
try.
hiss, the hiss is not anything that's mean or anything like that. You usually hear snakes hiss when they're breathing. They have 2 lungs, but one of them is very small, one of them is very big. They use a lot of that air to go in and out of their lung there. So.
It's creepy when she looks at you because the eyes look red.
Well,
you see that when they look right at you?
Yeah, so she's actually has red eyes. She's actually albino. So these guys actually have red eyes. You'll see some all-white snakes that are leucistics, and leucistics have blue eyes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she's sweet. Her name is Hopal. That was kind of an argument because we couldn't figure out which name we wanted to go with, either Holly or Opal, so we just kind of combined it. She was only about 11 feet when we first got her, so she's grown quite a bit since then. But yeah, she is very powerful. She's a big snake. If you want to feel how
She's
big
beautiful,
she
though.
is, I can wrap around you.
You want to do it. Do it, Millie.
I want to do it.
All right, so
Do I need to
you
hold
can
something?
actually just keep the tail there. I can just bring her up around you if you want to come back over here really quick.
All right.
All right, just keep just like that here. I'm just gonna bring her around your body here. Alright, if you want to bring her that way, there you go.
It's like that movie Anaconda.
It's like you're Britney Spears.
You got to sneeze?
No, I got a snake on me. That's what.
Oh,
You can just feel all the muscle. The tail's actually wrapping around back here.
I feel it in my back.
Yep, you can feel all the
they feel so good, though.
muscle that they have. Just lots of muscle. She's got these giant muscles right behind her head here that allow her to open her mouth really large to eat things way bigger than her. She likes to eat rabbits at home. Now, the reason she's yellow, normally Burmese pythons are like a brown and white color, but she's she's yellow because she is albino.
Oh.
An albino Burmese.
Oh, you can squat with this.
Yes.
Do it.
Can I?
Yeah, go for it. Try to give it a squat.
Wait.
Make it
Fall
good,
on
Millie.
the therapist.
Okay, ready? Nice.
She's too comfortable.
I worked out.
Yeah.
She's way too comfortable.
But it's not that bad. It feels really good.
When does a snake wrap themselves around the body to kind of choke them?
So snakes only do that if they're eating. They when they're hungry, they bite their prey, they wrap around, they squeeze it. They can actually squeeze with about 30 pounds per square inch. That's equivalent to taking an entire car and setting that on your stomach. You would feel the same amount of pressure. She could possibly do that to a human. She's not going to. She only does it to things that she wants to eat. You're not on the dinner plate today. Snakes actually cannot eat people. There's no real recorded cases of a person actually being swallowed by a snake. And the amount of snakes that, like big constrictors like this, that have actually killed people is an extremely low number. It's a super low number. In fact, horses and dogs kill more people each year than snakes do.
Oh.
She seems really peaceful.
Or big snakes like this do.
Your turn.
Oh yeah.
No, you did it.
Yeah, she's a sweetheart. She's one of our favorites to. We insulated our entire garage. Our garage is air conditioned, and she's one of the coolest ones to come into the garage and just see her. We have like a platform that she hangs out on, and she's just got such a personality to her.
She's beautiful.
She's very curious about everything that's going on around her.
How often does she eat? Does she eat every day?
Every 2.5 to 3 weeks. It's just when we can get a rabbit.
Oh my gosh.
And if you can't get one, what does she eat?
Then we'll feed her rats,
Oh.
when she gets really picky and wants to play with them.
So, is she going to be on display at the expo?
Yeah, she will. Yeah,
There
she
you
will.
go. So,
Yeah.
see, you got to go, man. And like you were saying, you can buy animals and everything there as well?
You can buy any reptile. You can come home with a pet. Even if you
Oh
just
my
want to learn about
gosh.
animals, everybody's super friendly there. They're willing to talk to you about anything that you want to do. And it's something great to do for the weekend. It's $12 for adults,
Oh, that's
$5
awesome.
for kids. And if you go on to phxreptileexpo.com, there's actually a $2 off coupon, so you can get in even cheaper than that. So
Very cool.
yeah.
There we go. Well, shout out to Mike. Radical Reptile Fun. I don't want to mess it up, man. And the Phoenix Reptile Expo is going on this weekend. Get your tickets. They're cheap, and it's worth it. It's Power 98.3, 96.1 for the East Valley.
Woohoo.